Hey everybody, let's take a break from the text and start to see what the commentators have to say in this edition of Comcast. So after Yaakov's family moves to Egypt, Yosef arranges a meeting between his brothers and Paro. But he only chooses some of his brothers for this first meeting. As the Pasuk tells us, he chose 5 brothers to present to him. Now Yosef had 11 brothers in total, and he chose fewer than half to introduce to Paro in this meeting. So why did he do that? Was he trying to hide something here? Why only 5? Why not all 11? So according to Rashi, Yosef was in fact trying to hide something from Paro. Yosef specifically chose the 5 brothers who were the weakest looking of the brothers, and chose those 5 for a reason. By presenting Paro with the weakest looking of the brothers, he would get Paro to think that just as these 5 look weak and shrimpy, so too all the brothers are weak and shrimpy, and none of them would be fit to serve in Paro's army. Now, had Yosef chosen the stronger-looking brothers, Paro might have assumed that all of the brothers were tough and fit and army types who would be perfect candidates to serve in his military. That's not something Yosef wanted to happen. So he specifically chose the 5 weakest-looking of the brothers to present to Paro. According to Rashi, it was a specific, planned attempt on Yosef's part to hide the brothers from Paro's army. Now, according to Sforno, Yosef chose 5 brothers for a totally different reason. According to Sforno, it was totally random. Why 5? Who knows? Sforno thinks that he chose about half. That's a good number, right? 5? That's almost half. And there was no specific rhyme or reason to why he chose a particular brother to include in the set of 5. Really, all Yosef was trying to do was to prove to Paro that they were, in fact, shepherds. So he chose 5 of his brothers out of the whole lot of 11 to show Paro that just as the 5 that he's introducing him to now were shepherds, so too the rest of the brothers were shepherds, which goes very nicely with what we're about to text in Pasuk Daled. So that's the big difference between Rashi and Sforno. According to Rashi, Yosef was trying to hide something. According to Sforno, he was simply backing up a claim that the brothers are about to make. So let's look at that claim in Pasuk Daled. So the brothers tell Paro the following. They say, hey, we've come to Egypt, and look, we're shepherds, and we need land for our sheep, so would you kindly give us a proper place for our animals to graze? And that's what they say at the end of the Pasuk. Yeshvu na'avdacha be'eretz Goshen. Please let your servants, us, live in the land of Goshen. Now, why would the brothers feel motivated to ask Paro this question? Remember, this was already assured. Paro already gave permission for the brothers to live there back in Perek Memhe when he was telling Yosef to move the family to Mitzrayim. As part of his sales pitch, Paro told Yosef, if your family moves to Egypt, I will give them the choicest parts of the land. That's what it says in Pasuk Chet. V'atna lachem et tuv eretz Mitzrayim v'ichlu et chelav haaretz. You'll eat and live in the best parts of the land, which would refer to Goshen. So instead of giving you an answer here, I'd like you to make a prediction about that. Why did the brothers have to ask the question if they presumably already knew the answer? On your way back to your seats, spend a few minutes thinking about that question and see if you can come up with a prediction. These are some of the things we'll explore some more when we continue learning together in just a few moments.